Be blessed. This is Prince Ezugo, a messenger of truth. So I'm using this opportunity for you to know how you started and where you are coming from. I'm using this video to let you know who you are and to let you know who your neighbor are. Any person that is your neighbor is the person you are seeing. Any person you are seeing is your neighbor. Whether it's your wife, whether it's your children, whether it's your mother, whether it's your father, whether it's friend, they are all your neighbor. And God said, love one another, love your neighbor as you love yourself. So when you fail this thing that God says that you should love one another, you know that you have failed in your life. That's why you are seeing evils everywhere. Evil everywhere. Because they lack that love, that commandment of God. So I'm going to use this video to teach you that thing that make God to ask you to love one another. So why God asks us to love one another? Because He knows that we are God. We are representing God. We are God. God created us with His own image. So far you are a human being existing in this world. You are a God. So that you are neighbor, you are wickeding. You don't know that you are automatically wickeding God. And if you are wickeding God, you are wickeding yourself. Because it is the same spirit. Because it is the air of God, the spirit of God. That is what is in we. That is what is helping us. It's like when you have a generator in your house. When you on it, you see all lights will on. All those lights is using the power of that generator. So that light is generator. Generator is light. So that is how we are. We are God. God is we. So when you fail to love that your neighbor, you have failed to love God. And if you don't love God, there's nothing that will happen that is good for you. Everything that will be happening in your life will be bad because you fail to love God that you are saying. Because you cannot see that God you are talking about. But when you see yourself, you have seen God. When you see your neighbor, you have seen God. There's no anywhere that God is hiding apart from you seeing your neighbor. So if you fail to understand that your neighbor is a God, you know that you have failed to know who you are. So whether you are a Christian, whether you are a Muslim, whether you are a pagan, if you fail to know that your fellow man that you are seeing, your fellow neighbor, the person you are seeing is God. If you fail to know that is God, that is why you can be able to go and kill that person, because you feel that you want to kill a human being, but you don't know that you are killing a God, because it's a God spirit. So that's why some pastors, they refuse to tell them the truth, to let them know that everybody is God. You are God, I'm God. We have the same authority. Unless you don't know that God, if you can be able to know that God, God will teach you everything. You will not have the image of God. You will not have the same authority to do anything you want to do. That's why God is always telling us that we should have pure heart. So if you can be able to have pure heart, that is how you can be able to recognize yourself as a God. That is how you can be able to recognize the people around you as a God, because we are all God. We are all working from God. I'm a messenger of God, and through messenger, I tell you the truth. God is not judging you because you are drinking. God will not judge you because of you are doing any other thing. God will judge you because of your heart. What have you done for Him? Because He's a God. That's why Jesus Christ revealed Himself, revealed God in Matthew. He said, when I was poor, would you help me? When I was naked, do you give me food? So anything you do to your neighbor, you are automatically doing it for God, because that your neighbor is God. So I want everybody to know that you have to take every person you are seeing as a God. That is what will make you to stop evil. But if you cannot take people you are seeing as a God, you will like to go and kill them. You will like to go and dupe them. You will like to go and do evil. If they give you money to do something, you will go and try to do evil. You will try to divert it. You try to do everything, meaning that you don't know who you are serving, and you don't know that that person you are serving is in you, in God. You don't need to be a pastor for you to deliver yourself. You don't need to be an imam for you to deliver yourself. You don't need to be a native doctor for you to deliver yourself. You have to be yourself for you to deliver yourself. Because it says that even though our faith is like mortar seed, that we can move mountains. We are God. Your neighbor is a God. Please recognize that, so that evil will stop in the nation, so that evil will stop. Know that that person that you are seeing have the same right as you are. Whether there's money, whether there's no money, they have the same right, because there is the Spirit of God in them. So they are God. So please, your neighbor is God. Don't kill your neighbor. Love your neighbor as yourself, and God will dwell in you. You will inherit that long life that God is saying. You will see your great grandchildren. You will live without sickness. You will be like a baby every day. May God help you in Jesus' name. Amen.